It is once again Being Watched, the Person of Interest recap show. Why do I insist on changing the opening every time? Why can't I just do the same thing every time? This episode is a key episode in the shape of the show as we start introducing the first of several organizations we need to watch out for. We are going to have a face to put to the name Elias. Everyone is talking about him non-stop this episode. We start with the murder in Bodega, which was a hit by the Russian mafia, who controls Brighton Beach and is in the middle of a war with Elias. Turns out that guy we knew nothing about last episode? Actually, we know a lot. We know his gang has taken out several Russian lieutenants, and they are in kind of a tailspin, and the Russians are likely to hunt down the witness to the killing, a man named Charlie Burton, a lowly school teacher, never married. John's already on it because his number came up, and he's watching him through binoculars when Fusco calls him with a heads up. Oh, right. Fusco and Carter are on this case because they are members of a homicide task force.
Thought it was all done mopping up bodega shootings when I got on the homicide task force.
The task force that just happens to follow cases tied with our little team, Box Squad. Really got to figure out a good name for them. The Machineers? I don't know. I guess Fusco is talking to John this episode. He's actually super chill. Maybe he thinks it's fun now. John sees the Russian hit squad unloading in front of Burton's building, so he springs into action, popping up in his apartment and telling him it's time to go. They sneak out of the building easily enough, but a scout spots them on the street and wings Burton, and they can't risk the Russians following them in a car, so they have to go into this ruined apartment building run by the Bulgarian drug gang, and also John broke his phone so he doesn't have backup. Oh, what a pickle. John finds them an empty room to hide in and starts patching up Mr. Burton. The supplies are limited, and he could use something to numb the pain. So he goes and asks for some.
Hello, fellas. Can I borrow some of your drugs? Thank you.
One of these days, this is going to stop being funny. Burton's feeling much better, and John and he bond, Charlie telling him about being a teacher and helping his students and all that. He reminds John of Finch a little, and seems to be just the nicest guy. Nothing suspicious about this guy at all. Outside the building, we have two teams working on the case. Carter and her organized crime detective friend are doing the police work of visiting various criminals to try and stop the gang war that Elias started, while Finch and Fusco work to support John and figure out who Elias is. Finch just calls him out of the blue and starts demanding favors, sneaking up behind him and lecturing him about his diet.
You should be careful about your cholesterol intake, detective.
They're just so mean to Fusco sometimes, you know? Carter's scenes mostly fill us in on details about the organized crime war that is apparently embroiling New York right now. The Russian mafia is determined to kill this witness and will not back down because they need to win their war against Elias. This mob lady, meanwhile, is apparently on Elias' side. She's glad he's doing it, actually. Take out the riffraff, restore power to the 5 families.
Brighton Beach is just the beginning. Elias has bigger plans. He'll reunite the 5 families and take out the Russian trash.
Weird to be saying this in front of cops, but I guess that's why I'm not in the mafia. Charlie is going to be okay, and then they are able to get a hold of Finch, and they have a plan to sneak out in the morning on the ferry. They just need to last until then. The Russians have negotiated with the Bulgarians to hunt down our witness in the building, so John and Charlie need to move, dodging through the halls until Mr. Burton is recognized by one of his students, Will, who agrees to shelter them. He even talks the hunters into looking elsewhere by showing criminal riz, I think.
Why don't you let me in so I can make sure?
My papa taught me better than to let strangers inside our place, especially punks.
Is that right?
That's right. He also said that Vori are supposed to show respect to one another.
Your papa's a smart man. You be good, kid.
This teacher-student relationship is very real and kind of sweet.
Yeah, times are tough right now. I'm sure he'll get one soon. Just don't move out of my school district, okay?
Sure hope we don't learn anything later that really deflates this. The Count of Monte Cristo making an appearance isn't thematically appropriate at all, I'm sure. Also, Will is playing 2006's Dead Rising on the Xbox 360, having paused during a very tense scene to check on that commotion outside. It thematically has nothing to do with this episode, but I stared at it for like 3 minutes, so here we are. Finch has talked Fusco into filing a fake car theft report.
Vehicle recovery services?
Yeah, this is Detective Fusco, shield number 7645.
So he can use that to gain access to a GPS of a random car he saw with a scary guy with a scar on his face. They call this guy Scarface. They aren't super original. He follows the car to their shady underpass meeting and begins to suspect Carface might be this Elias character. Could it be?
Is that you, Elias?
The night passes pretty quickly, and John and Burton have escaped the Russian gang, even managing to capture one of them. It's this guy from Dollhouse, Enver Jogosh. Remember him? They take him as a hostage to make sneaking out easier and use his cell phone to get the rest of the assassins arrested. Fusco is on his way to pick them up from the ferry, and looks like everything is wrapping up well, except that the Elias gang seems to know that John and Burton will be on the ferry. Something is up. Finch calls Fusco and starts accusing him immediately.
Fusco.
And I was just starting to believe that we could trust you, Detective. I'm disappointed.
What are you talking about?
Which seems rude, frankly. He's been more than helpful so far. Then Fusco gets conked on the head by Scarface, and we get our big reveal. The reason the Russian mob wanted to kill Burton so bad is not because he witnessed a murder, it's because he was the primary target. Charlie Burton is Elias, the criminal mastermind who just took over Brighton Beach, and John just saved his life. Out of professional courtesy, he's not going to kill John, and suggests that they stay out of each other's way going forward.
I wish you luck, John. If you stay out of my way, I'll stay out of yours.
What if I don't?
Then we'll meet again under less pleasant circumstances.
John is knocked out, and Elias is escorted out of there by Scarface, and our heroes meet up to lick their wounds, complain about how you can't win them all, sometimes you accidentally assist a villain. We knew this when we started this. John's not happy.
We have more people to help, more numbers.
And how many of those numbers will come up because we saved one man's life?
And we go out with the collapse of the Russian mob, their lieutenants arrested, their patriarch assassinated, and Elias walking off into the sun with his bros, saying this is only the beginning. I like Elias as a threat, and I'm glad he's finally been revealed. They do a pretty good job giving us mixed messages about who this guy is. He has layers, he has a tragic backstory, and Enrico Colantoni's natural charisma, but he's also murdering just so many people. You want to know what he's planning, what he'll do. But we must wait until later in the season, because next time we are dealing with a former Stasi agent who is killing his way through his old crew, and the team needs to stop. You will wonder just how big a part can be in our next episode. Until then, you are being watched.
You are being watched.